Not your normal house cleaner. I'm going to send someone new today. It's not your normal house cleaner. How do you navigate that situation? Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, if you have not subscribed yet, we are here 5 days a week. Hit the subscribe button, and when you come back to YouTube or you come back to your podcast app, we will be hiding out somewhere going, hi, how you doing? And we will pick up the conversation, and we can help you through your house cleaning journey. All right, so on to today's show. Let's suppose there's a customer named Mrs. Wexler, and she has a house with lots of special needs. And I say special needs because Mrs. Wexler is OCD. And so when you go to her house and you clean her house, she comes in and she says, oh, by the way, when you put the bath mat back in front of the shower, can you match it up with these tiles? Most house cleaners would say, oh, sure, no problem. And then they would remember to match the bath mat up with the tiles, the squares of the tiles. Okay, so what happens if the normal house cleaner gets sick or goes on vacation or has friends and family in from out of town and they're not able to clean Mrs. Wexler's house? What happens? What happens is you send in a replacement to clean the house for the day, but the new house cleaner does not know that Mrs. Wexler needs the bath mat matched up against the tiles. So when the job is over, she walks in and lo and behold, the bath mat, although it's clean and it's in front of the shower, it's in a ski-wampus place. And so she gets all bent out of shape and she thinks the cleaning is not good. So what do you do if you have to send in a house cleaner that is not the normal house cleaner? Great question. All right, so what we're going to do first and foremost is on the walkthrough, we're going to set up the fact that one day there will be another house cleaner. Even if you are a solo house cleaner, I promise you it will benefit you to do this. So when you go on the walkthrough with a customer, I want you to say these words. I'm growing and expanding my business, and the day will come when I will have another person working with me. Right now, I am the person that will be cleaning your home, but another person will be coming with me. I just wanted to give you a heads up so there are no surprises, and I will let you know before the time comes, before that day happens. And they go, oh, okay. Now you have prepped them for the possibility that there may be another human inside their house at a later date with you under your supervision. Okay, so now that we have covered that, one of the things that we want to talk about is how do you keep track of the nuances of each customer? So there are different software programs that you can use. And what I recommend is every time that Mrs. Wexler says something like, I need the bath mat matched up with the tiles, that you take a picture of exactly how it's supposed to look. Mrs. Wexler, did you mean like this? Oh yes, that's exactly how I want it to look. Awesome, we're good to go. Take that photo with the note and put it inside the software that you use at your business so that in the event, because I promise you it will happen, in the event that you're ever sick or you have a family emergency or you have friends and family from out of town and you can't do the cleaning, that those notes get transferred to the person that you send in to clean Mrs. Wexler's house. Okay? All right, are you still with me? Okay, follow me on this. Let's say, for example, that we do have a new hire that we hire for the business, and her name is Ramona. We'll just make up a name. Her name will be Ramona. But Ramona has not met Mrs. Wexler, and she does not know Mrs. Wexler's finicky little dog, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to set up also on the walkthrough, even if you're a solo cleaner, we're going to set up on the walkthrough also, hey, listen, we have maintenance and deep cleans in our company. On the deep clean, I'm probably going to bring someone else from my company to help me with that. So I will be doing the maintenance clean, they will be doing the deep clean, and we will knock those two projects out at once. Yay. Okay, so now you've prepped Mrs. Wexler for what's about to happen. I love doing this. It works out really well. If you hire somebody new and you don't have a full schedule for them, a really good way to start them in the business and to get them active with the customers that you currently have is to assign them the deep cleans of the houses that you're cleaning, because we do regular deep cleans for our customers, okay? So while you are doing a maintenance clean, you bring Ramona with you. And you, before you bring her, this is the week before, or the cleaning before, you go back to Mrs. Wexler and you say, Mrs. Wexler, do you remember how when I did my first walkthrough with you, and I explained to you that somebody new will be coming with me? Okay, well, I've hired a girl, her name is Ramona. She is amazing. You're going to love her. She's super cool. And she's going to be helping me with a deep clean that we have scheduled for you in 2 weeks. Is that okay? And she says, yes, that's okay. Great. So now you bring Ramona with you. Ramona does the deep clean while you do the maintenance clean. But while you're cleaning at the same time, Now Ramona is getting to know Mrs. Wexler in the comfort of knowing that everything that she normally likes on a normal schedule is being done. The deep clean stuff is being done by somebody also approved by your company that she's kind of, easing into. So it's not like you just dropped Ramona off and you left and you're not there, right? So it's kind of a get to know you period. The first thing that I want to say after we know we're going to bring Ramona in is I want to prep Ramona for Mrs. Wexler. So Mrs. Wexler to us might be really high maintenance because she says things like, can you put the bath mat and match it up with the tiles, right? In our heads, we're like, oh, come on, really? But we don't want to say that to Ramona because if we make Mrs. Wexler look really high maintenance, when Ramona comes to Mrs. Wexler's house, she's going to be expecting high maintenance. And so she's going to have an attitude and she's going to have a preconceived notion of how to treat Mrs. Wexler. So I want to set it up so that Ramona is looking at Mrs. Wexler as like the best customer on earth. Now, we prepped Mrs. Wexler by saying Ramona was the best house cleaner, right? So we're going to do the same thing to Ramona. We're going to say, Ramona, we're going to go do a deep clean on Mrs. Wexler's house. She's such a fantastic customer. I am super excited that you get the chance to meet her and her amazing little dog, Toto. And she's going to say, oh, that's so cool. Let's go meet Mrs. Wexler and Toto. So when she shows up to Mrs. Wexler's house, instead of expecting a high maintenance customer who's going to nitpick and who's going to be micromanaging the job, she's just expecting this amazing, fun elder woman who has lots of spunk and energy. Okay? So she has great expectations. Now, in the event that Mrs. Wexler is finicky and she's high maintenance, Ramona will think, well, maybe I just caught her on a bad day because I heard she was an amazing customer. So she'll kind of let that slide. And she creates her own opinion and her own feelings about Mrs. Wexler that are not tainted by the previous cleaner, right? And because we told Mrs. Wexler that Ramona is amazing and we are super delighted that she's joining us and that she's a fantastic house cleaner, now Mrs. Wexler has an opportunity to build that relationship from scratch with positive expectations. Okay, now that we're inside the house, you're doing the maintenance clean, Ramona is doing the deep clean. Now there's an opportunity for Ramona to get to know Mrs. Wexler, get to know her house, get to know her dog Toto, and then in the event, here's where it gets beautiful, in the event that you have to call Mrs. Wexler and say, Mrs. Wexler, I've had a family emergency or I caught COVID and I have to quarantine, I can't come do your cleaning. I'm going to send Ramona over to your house this time to do the maintenance clean. Not your normal house cleaner. I'm sending in a replacement. This is not a cold replacement. This is nobody that she's never met. She's going to be wondering, is this person going to steal my stuff? Is this person going to know how I like things? She's going to think that because Ramona is part of the company, Ramona knows and she expects that Ramona knows about the bath mat matched up with the tiles. But Ramona, being savvy, goes into the notes that we've kept track of on the customer file. And she sees the picture and she's like, whoa, you got to match the bath mat up. Okay. Whoa, you got to fold the toilet paper that way. Whoa, you got to make sure the shower curtain is hanging that way. Whoa, okay, cool. But she has those notes on her phone. So she's cleaning the house. She double checks, got the bath mat, got the shower curtain, and she marks it off as she goes. Now when she leaves, Mrs. Wexler comes in and instead of complaining, instead of doing a callback, instead of feeling like, well, that's not my normal cleaner. I want the person that always cleans my house. And instead of causing a fuss, she's like, whoa, I love this company. They sent in a replacement that did an amazing job that met all of my expectations. She knows she's high maintenance. This is fantastic, right? And now she's going to tell all of her friends about you and your company. So that, my friends, is how you deal with not the normal cleaner when you have to replace yourself or you have to send someone in to replace another house cleaner. I hope this helps, and if it does, give us a thumbs up. If you have questions or comments, leave them in the notes below. And until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.